So last time I have discussed about list, basic of list. Okay. Now today we will discuss about nested list. Means list. We will define list into list. Okay. Today topic is nested list. How you can make nested list into list. You can see there are three nested list. If you are defining list into list, then this list is known as what? Nested list. Means there are three nested list into a list. Okay. Then we are printing this list. Open CMD to execute this program. Uh, CD space desktop, Python space class underscore 5.py. You can see this is your nested list. It is looking like this type. Okay. Now we want to fetch nested list. So in the same way, this nested list will be treated as the item of a list, so that this nested list will be into which position? 0 position. And this will be 1 position. And this will be 2 position. So next topic is what? Access nested list using index. So we can write here print list1 square bracket 0. We are saving. And now we can execute. See 45, 67, 45. Okay. This will be your first item of the list. And this is also a list. Okay. So we are fetching from list. We are fetching a list from a list. Okay. The same way, second list. For second list, we have to write here 1. And now second list will be fetched. And if you are writing 2, then third list will be fetched. Okay. Now access items of nested list using index. So we can fetch item of the nested list also. How? See, in first nested list, 45 will be available into which position? To 0 position. No? 0 position. And 67 will be in 1 position. And this will be 2 position. In the same way, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Let us assume we want to fetch 67. What we have to write? First of all, we have to fetch first nested list, and after that we can fetch 67, which is into which position? 1 index. Okay, means second position. So print, we can write here list1 square bracket 0. Okay, list1 square bracket 0 means we are fetching first nested list, and into this one first nested list 67 is into which position? The second position, whose index is what? 1. So that we can write here square bracket again and then 1. Okay, this is the way to access nested items of nested list. See, 67. Let us assume that we have to fetch 4, 5, 6. And 4, 5, 6 is into which nested list? To third nested list. And whose index is what? Second. And this 4, 5, 6 is into first position, means at 0 index it is placed. Okay. So we can write here 2 and then 0. Saving. See, 4, 5, 6. Is it okay? Okay. And then access nested list using for loop. For n list is a variable which will represent nested list, and we are going to fetch this nested list from the list. Then list name is list1. Okay. Then print n list. See. So first list will be represented by n list, and second list in second time will be represented by also n list, and then third also represented by n list. So this loop will be executed how many times? 3 times. Why? Because in this list there are 3 nested lists are available, will be treated as an item of a list. Okay. Access items of nested list using for loop. For n list in list1, and then for val in n list. So we are applying for loop again into n list. Why? Because n list is also a sequence, which is representing nested list. That's why we are applying for loop again into n list. Okay, then we can fetch value. Then val comma and equal to space. We can write for continuous. We don't want to interrupt into second line. Okay, that's why we are writing and equal to space and then print. We are saving this one, or we are executing. See, so this nested loop, if you are writing loop into loop, then we can say it is which type loop? The nested loop. And this nested loop will be executed how many times? As the number of items available into nested list. So there are 3 items available into this nested list. That's why first time this nested loop will be executed 3 times. Okay. And again, n list will fetch second nested list. And in this second nested list, 3 items is also available. That's why second nested list, sorry, nested loop will be executed how many times? So 3 times. Okay. So again and again, it will be executed on the basis of number of items available into this nested list. Is it okay? See, you know? Okay, now we are copying this list. If we will arrange this list in this form, then it will be looking like what? A matrix. See? So if you want to fetch this 45, then this will be into which position? The 0, 0 position. This will be into 1, 1 position. This will be into 2, 2 position. Okay. And this will be into 0, no, sorry, 1, 0 position. Okay. And this will be into 2, 1 position. Okay. So this is not a matrix, but we want to treat this nested list as a matrix. Okay. And we want to perform some operation, but we want to sum these items of the nested list. Okay. And we will create a new list in which sum of nested list will be available. Okay. Means we want to create a new list in which sum of nested list will be item. Okay. Then for n list, first of all, S list equal to blank. We have to assign blank list. Okay. Then in list1 and then for val in n list, and then we want to sum. So for sum, we should write here a new variable, and we're assigning into this variable 0 first time. Okay. And then s equal to s plus val. Okay. So how many times this val will be added to this s? So 3 times. Why? Because in first nested list there are 3 items available, so that we can add this item, these items. How many times? So 3 times. Okay. So first time 45 will be assigned to s, and then plus 67, then plus 45. And after addition, for items of nested list, first nested list, we should append this overall S value into this S list. Okay. So S list dot append. Now we are writing S. Then print S list. Saving this one. See, 157 for first nested list, sum of first nested list, है ना? 45 plus 67 plus 45 will be what? 157. We're saying 43 plus 67 plus 34 will be 144. No, 45, 78, 34, 157. It is okay. Any problem? Online participants? Any problem? Then you can ask. And again, we want to create a list in which items will be sum of uh, corresponding index wise items of the nested list, means 45 plus 43 plus 45. Okay, the sum of these 3 items will be item for new list. Okay, and same as 67 plus 67 plus 78 will be sum of second index of the nested list. Okay, and we're saying third. Okay, so that what we have to do, enumerate. Enumerate. First of all, you should know about enumerate. Okay. This enumerate function is used, it is used to fetch items of sequence with corresponding index of the item. Okay. So this enumerate function is used to fetch items of the sequence with corresponding index. Okay. See, in this list one, there are 3 items. We want to fetch items as well as index of the list. Okay. So 435 is first item, and what is the index of this first item? 0. Okay. So we want to fetch index as well as value. So index comma val in. We can apply enumerate. Okay. Then we will write here list one. So this enumerate function will return 2 values. Which values? First will be index value, and second value will be corresponding value. Okay. And then we can write index comma val. Saving.
Enumerator is same as iterative.
No.
Different.
I will discuss about it iterator now. So see, so 0 is what? Index, and 435 is what? Value. And the same way, 1 is your index and 4, 5, 6 is your value. 2 is index and 2, 3, 5 will be value. Is it okay? So this will be your enumerate. And next one is zip. Okay. This function can be applied with more than 2 or more than 2 sequence, so that uh, items corresponding items of sequences will be fetched at one at a time. Okay, means at one time we want to fetch uh, corresponding items of the sequence. Let us assume that we have three lists. List 1 equal to something, something, something. Okay. And list 2 equal to something, something, something. Okay. List 3 equal to something, something, something. Corresponding items means for first nested for first list 43, and for second nested list 6, 5, 7, and for third nested third list 67. This will be corresponding items. Okay, corresponding items of the sequence. We are saying second corresponding in 7, 89, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 4, 3, 6, 98 will be corresponding item of the list. Okay, and then we can use GIF function for uh, uh, val1 comma val2 comma val3 in zip. Okay, then we can apply here list 1 comma list 2 comma list 3. Okay, then we can use here val1 comma val2 comma val3. See, है ना? 43 7, sorry, 43 6, 5, 7 and 76. 43 6, 5, 7 and 76. 7 means second item of the sequences. 7 89 3 2 1 4, and then 3 4 3 6 98. Okay, understood? If you want to sum 43 plus 6 5 7 76, and then 7 plus 89 plus 3 2 1 4, then what we have to do? So we can write here percentage D plus percentage D plus percentage D equal to percentage D. Then we can apply here percentage. For first percentage D, we can assign val1. For second percentage D, we can assign val2. For third percentage D, we can assign val3. And then comma, we can write here val1 plus val2 plus val3. Is it okay? Then we can see here if 43 plus 657 plus 76 will be 776. Okay. Now, is it okay? So, my task was that what we want to sum column wise. If you are treating this nested list as a matrix, then we want to sum column wise, means 45, 43, 45. Then what we have to do? Participants, 1 minute, wait, please. Guys, so then we can write here for n list. Means we want to fetch what? First item, second item, first item for first list, first item for second list, first item of third list. So then we can write here for I in range, how many lists are available? Nested list, so three nested list. Okay, that's why we can write here lane of list one. Okay, so I will denote what? 0, 1, 2. The first time I will denote 0. Okay, then we can apply for n list in list 1. Okay, and we have to create a new list, s list equal to plan. No? Okay, and then s equal to 0. So n list will represent which nested list? First nested list, and we want to fetch 45, which is which position? 0 position. And we know ki I is representing first time what? 0. That's why we can write here s equal to s plus n list. N list ka which position? To 0 position. That means I. Okay. In the second way, n list will represent second nested list. Okay. In second nested list, I is representing which position? 0 position also. Okay. That's why second nested list uh, and I will be 0. Then second nested list and 0 will be what? Which value? The 43. The 43 will be added to S. Again, for third nested list, 45 will be added. Okay. So we can write here S list dot append here S, and then we can write here S, sorry, S list will be list of items of sum of column wise into matrix format. Okay, so 133 means 45 plus 43 plus 45 will be 133, 67 plus 67 plus 78, 212, 45 plus 34 plus 34, 113. Is it okay? And then we want to sum this some items, means that item which is into diagonal, means 45, 67 and 43 is into diagonal. है ना? So diagonal wise sum we want to perform. That's why we can write here S list, sorry, S equal to 0, and then for we can write here row index, no? Row index comma list and list in enumerate, and we can apply into enumerate list one. Okay, and then again we can apply nested loop to fetch column index. So C index, comma, val in enumerate. Okay, then we can write here and list. Then we want to fetch. So R index will represent 0 first time, and C index also represent 0. Yeah? So we can write here S plus list 1 square bracket. No, directly we can't write here. First we will check if R index equal to C index. Means we have to perform sum of diagonal items. Okay, we know कि 45 index will be 0 0, means both column index and row index will be same. For 67 column index will be 1 and row index will be 1 also. Okay, that's why same. And for 34 also 2 2, means whenever row index and column index will be same, then we can use this value. Which value? This value. Okay, so we can write here S equal to S plus var. Okay. And then we can write sum equal to comma sum of diagonal items equal to, we can write here S saving. See, sum of diagonal items equal to 146, means 45 plus 67 plus 34 will be 146. Is it okay? And then next one is we have to create a list by user. है ना? Still, we are not creating a list by user. Now we can create a list by user. How? So create topic is what? Create a list by user. Okay. You know, first of all, we have to define a blank nested list. Okay. We have defined blank nested list. And second thing is what? How many items you want to keep into this list one. That's why we have to take size input. Okay. So size input enter size of list. Okay. Then we can write here for I in range size. So how many times this loop will be executed on the basis of value of what? Size. And then we can take input. So which type of input? Any type of input will be. Okay. Then we can write here input only. Okay. So val equal to input enter percentage d item of list. Okay. Percentage I plus 1. First time the value of I will be 0. But we want to represent here 1. That's why we are assigning I plus 1, means 0 plus 1 will be 1. And then in command prompt, enter first item of the list will be represented. Okay. And for second time, I will represent 1. That's why 1 plus 1 will be 2. Then 2 will be assigned instead of percentage D. That's why in command prompt, enter second item of the list will be represented. Okay. And then we can append this value into list. So list one dot append which value? To val value. You can see, and after interrupting this loop, we want to print list one. Saving. See, enter size of the list. Okay, let us assume we have written here 4. The 4 times loop will be executed, and first time enter first item of list will be displayed. Okay, now we are writing something, no, something dot something. Okay, list one is not printed. Yeah, where is list one? We have not saved. Sorry, for something. See, this all items is into which type? string type. Whatever we are writing here, 345.345. Why? Because input function will take which type of input? By default, string type input. That's why here it is representing string type. But we want to change the type of the value on the basis of characters availability into these items. Okay, so we can check. So if val dot is digit, and then we can change val equal to int of val. Elif val dot is alnum. If any character will be alphabetic, then each digit will return false. That time, interpreter will not enter into this line. Okay, so that we can check ki any character will be alphabetic or not, alphabetic or numeric. Okay, if any character will be a special character, then val dot is alnum will also return false. Okay, if it is returning true, then we can pass. Why? Because the by default input will be this type, string type. So there is no need to change here type. Okay, so that again we can write here else. Okay, uh, try. We can use try. If we want to change the item into float type. Okay, so val equal to float of val. But item which is holding some another special character, so it is able to change into float? No, that's why try block will ignore the error into this line, and this will be accepted into accept, and then we can okay see something. How much we have written? Oh my god. 5. Okay. The first item I'm taking integer type, then integer type item will be a string type item will be changed into integer type. String type item will be changed into float type, and then this will be into which type? String type, because here alphabetic character will be available. That's why it will pass. Okay. See. So here without quotes, these items will be available into this list. Okay. So this is which type? Integer type, this is which type? Float type, this is which type? String type, string type, string type. Is it okay? Okay. Now we want to create a nested list by user. Nested list by user. List one equal to blank. First of all, we have to take size. Okay. Size equal to int input enter size of list. Okay. Then for I in range size. Okay. Then we can create a nested list, blank nested list, n list equal to blank. Okay. For z in range, we have to take here size of nested list also. Okay. So first time, yeah, we can take. So n size. N size means size of nested list. Int input enter size of percentage d nested list. Okay, percentage I plus 1. You can write here n size for j in range n size. So this loop will be executed how many times? As the number of n size. Okay. Then we can write here this one. We are copying this one. Copy. Okay. We have to arrange this one. There we can write here n list. Why? Because we have to append the items into nested list. That's why we are writing n list. Okay. And then again, we can write enter percentage d item of percentage d nested list. Okay. Then here, this percentage d, instead of this percentage d, we have to append here j plus 1. And then this percentage d, instead of this percentage d, we have to assign I plus 1. Means enter first item of first nested list. Enter first item of second nested list in that way. Okay. So after appending items into nested list, we have to append nested list into main list also. Okay, that's why we can write here uh, list one. Thank you. List one dot append and list. Okay, list one dot append and list. So and list is what? It is representing nested list, and in nested list we are appending value. After interruption of this loop, okay, cursor will be here, and list one dot append n list means this n list will be appended to list one so that nested list will be created. Okay, and then we can write here print list one, saving this. Syntax error. What is syntax error? XOE 101 line. 101 line. Okay. Their syntax error means one bracket we have to write here also. Now enter size of list. The size of list, let us assume we are writing here 3. Okay. So enter size of first nested list. So we are writing here 2. Okay. So enter first item of first nested list. 3, 2. Then enter size of second nested list. So we are writing here 3. So 3 times it will be, it will demand. Okay. So enter first item of second nested list. 45. Enter second item of second nested list. Enter third item of second nested list. And then enter size of third nested list. So we are writing here 2. Okay. So something. See, in first nested list, only 2 items are available. In second nested list, 3 items are available. And third nested list, 2 items are available. In that way, we can create nested list by user. Is it okay? Online participants, if any problem, then you can ask. Next one is list comprehension. We can create list into only one line. We can create a list into one line also. And the process is called what? List comprehension. Okay. Let us assume that there is a list. Okay, something, something, something. Uh, 45, comma 75, 45.24, 56, comma. Okay. So we have to fetch only which value? Integer value from the list. But we want to perform operation, this operation into only one line, then we can use list comprehension. Okay. So list underscore integer equal to, we can write I for I in list 1. Here we can write if I dot what, the is instance bracket I comma integer, है ना? We are fetching items from the list for I in list 1. So we are using here loop concept to fetch each item of the list. Let us assume the first item will be fetched. Okay, that time we have to check if this item is integer or not. If it is integer, then this item will be kept into what? This list. Otherwise, it will not keep. Okay. For 45.24, it will not be kept. Why? Because each instance I comma int function will return false. That time 45.24 will not be kept. The only integer item will be kept. Okay. So this operation is performing into only one line. Okay. That's why we can say this is which process, to list comprehension process. We can say list underscore int. Saving. See, list 1. Why it is not coming? Blank. For I in list 1, if each instance I comma integer. List 1, list 1. Acha, acha, okay, okay. Name was different and this list 1 are available above. Okay, that's why problem was creating. See, only 45, 56, 45, 76 will be here. Okay. In the same way, we can write here for float items. So we can write float and then float and then float. Okay. Understood? See, we want to perform operation only that item which is which type, either integer type or float type. Okay. And we don't want to perform operation into which type, string type. So we can't use here. Let us assume we want to twice of this integer, twice of the float value. Then we can write here I into 2. When? If each instance, either it will be integer or each instance, it will be float. है ना? Okay. Either it will be integer or it will be float, then we can apply I into 2. Otherwise, here we can write else. Okay. Else we can write as it is, we can assign I. Means I is representing either it will be 45, 45.24, FDSF. No, it will be any type. But we want to perform operation on which type of data? So integer type data and float type data. That's why we have writing here a control statement is instance I comma integer or is instance I comma float. Means here we are applying what or means what either it will be true or this will be true. If any one among these will be true, then overall condition will be true. Then that time I into 2 will be assigned into list 2. Otherwise, only I will be assigned. In every case, assignment operation will be performed, but we have to care what if item will be integer or item will be float, then that time I into 2 will be assigned. Otherwise, only I will be assigned. Okay, so I will be holding either integer type or float type or string type. Okay, see. So we can print list 2, list 2. Syntax problem. What is a syntax problem? Where
Ending.
ending. Okay. Shift ending. See. So 45 into 2, 90. 45.24, 90.48. 56 into 2, 112. But for FDSF, as it is, it will be. Okay. Means FDSF. 4576. So 9152 means double. Is going on what? Double. So I think so. All participants is are understanding in a smooth way. If a problem will be, then you can ask. Online participants, all are good. Okay, so I think so. Ki for today it is enough for the session. So thank you for joining the session. Okay, next class will be I think so day after tomorrow. I think so. Okay. So please do practice what we are providing you. So thank you for joining. Today I am ending this session. If any problem, then you can ask me. Okay, guys. Thank you.